Songwriting for me, although I really love it, it's never really felt very easy to me. Like, it feels like, well, if this is my job, it should feel easy to me, but it actually feels just like way too much work most of the time. But I do love it, and I care about it, and most songs don't come like the first time. You know, the first draft of a song isn't usually what you end up with, but this is one of the rare occurrences in writing where it kind of just showed up as a song, and I didn't really have to do much with it, which I wish this happened more often. But this is off the new album. It's called "Calling Your Name." I'm calling, calling, calling his name, because I need a friend in a real bad way. Outnumbered by fear, caught in barbed wire. Elijah, bring your chariots of fire. Well, I'm calling, calling, I'm calling her name, because I need a mother in a real bad way. I've known a hand that has meant me harm, so Mary, oh Mary, wrap me in your loving arms. No one's to blame for being lonely, and no one's to blame for getting lost. I'm so far from anything holy. I'm gonna send a prayer up and hope that it gets caught. Hey, well, I'm calling, calling, I'm calling your name, because I need a lover in a real bad way. Seattle, and we were saying that when you're an independent musician, then you kind of have to wear all the hats. Like, you have to be the booker and the promoter and the designer and the songwriter, and one of the roles that I think I'm not the best at playing is my own cheerleader. So this is my own cheerleading song, and get back on your feet.
Between make-believe and turning 19, I learned fast to pocket every dream. Traded it for what I could get, a pay stub and a bedroom set. This old silhouette, but I have got a feeling, can't see the ceiling over my head already. Make my hands steady, I'm walking a wire high off the ground. Call my name, I'll follow the sound. I'm ready. When I can't move, that's a wild hope. Shoulder through and carve a road I can step onto. I set my own tripwire, gasoline on a brush fire. If I don't try, well then I'm a liar, 'cause I have got a feeling, can't see the ceiling over my head. I'm ready. Make my hands steady, I'm walking a wire high off the ground. Call my name, I follow the sound. I'm ready. And if they carry away, carry me, oh carry me, when I hesitate, 'cause I have got a feeling, I have got a feeling, I have got a feeling, can't see the ceiling over my head. I'm ready. Make my hands steady, 'cause I'm walking a wire high off the ground. Call my name, I follow the sound. Oh, I'm ready.
I should admit how many songs are about my family. It would get me in a lot of trouble if I told you all the songs that were specifically about my family. But this is one song that is about my family. It's about my grandparents. They lived here in Portland. My mom grew up here, and my grandpa was a school teacher. And then when he retired, he inherited kind of his family farm, and his parents were farmers, and they grew up in a small town. My grandma and my grandpa, they met in high school, and when they met in high school, the story goes is that my grandpa was sitting in, like, ditching class and was in the gymnasium in the bleachers with his best friend. And my grandma came in the stadium, the gymnasium, and had to, like, walk across the whole floor while these two boys had watched her the whole time. And my grandpa turned to his friend and said, "That's the girl I'm going to marry." And they did get married years later on Friday the 13th. And So they always said that 13 was their lucky number. And my grandpa carried $13 in his wallet for good luck until he passed away of cancer several years ago. And they were just very sweet people, and I feel like that's what folk music kind of should be, is documenting everyday lives and everyday people. And I think they were, they had an extraordinary love, however. And so anyway, this is their love song. When I finished the song, I played it for my grandma, thinking should we say something like, "That's the best song ever written," or "You're incredible," I don't know, something along those lines. And the first line says, "I was 16 years old and in a red dress when you first saw me walk across the gym floor." And I finished the song and I was waiting for this big moment, and she was like, "Well, honey, it was a green dress." Awesome. I kept it red, but just so you know, in honor of her, the green dress. I was 16 years old and in a red dress when you first saw me walk across the gym floor. Well, I felt your eyes on me, I must confess. Well, I never burned that way before. We knew that our love was lucky, 'cause we got married on Friday the 13th in a stone church in Bloomfield, Kentucky. All dressed up, I really felt like your queen. And we don't live like they do in the magazines, but you're a good man, and I'm a good wife. Hey, we got a good life. You wanted to fight for what you believed in. They said, "We're sorry, we can't use you, son. Your weak lungs stopped you from leaving." And that day I felt a different war was won. But we never got to go to Paris. There was always debt to pay on the left, but our children went and saw the world for us. Well, I got postcards from Rome to the Rio Grande. We don't live like they do in all those magazines, but you're a good man, and I'm a good wife. Hey, we got a good life. I did not write about childhood, but I sometimes feel like when people fight in relationships, then it reverts a little bit back to that. Like sometimes when my husband and I fight, then that our bed becomes that like car where there's like this invisible line drawn, and then I know that we're still fighting because we're not touching. And then as soon, you know the fight's over when like you like feel their arm or like their leg reaches out, then you're like, oh, okay, it's gonna all be okay. I just felt their leg, and so I guess I'm forgiven. And when I got married, we were given the advice, just don't go to bed angry. Be like 4 million people, and I think that's the worst advice. And this was my song, said just go to bed angry. Not that I'm trying to promote fighting in relationships, but that I do feel like there's something to be said for just going to bed and getting some sleep and talking about it in the morning. What do you say, counselors?
I agree. Yes.
Okay. What say ye, social workers?
Keep your meds.
How many of you here are counselors? Raise your hand. Oh, really? This is a little crazy because are you guys listening to these songs in a new way? You're going to be like, Sarah, can we sit on the couch for a minute? Before we buy your CDs, can we see these lyrics? It's called One Mistake. Never knew this one mistake would be the one to make you hit your brakes. Oh, I'd prefer if you would yell. We both know silence can kill. I felt you, I felt you, I felt you pull away. I saw it, I saw it, I saw your eyes stray. One false move, I cut the tide, and you were floating away. Away. The night you knelt and I said yes, the falling stars are only witness. Now our bed's as wide as a great sea, a cold current is breaking me. I felt you, I felt you, I felt you pull away. And I saw it, I saw it, I saw your eyes stray. One false move, I cut the tie, and you were floating away. Away. Sleep on, sleep on it tonight, and I'll keep watch for any sign that we'll be fine. 'Cause I'm never gonna let you, never gonna let you go. No, I'm never gonna let you, never gonna let you go. I felt you, I felt you, I felt you reach for me. I saw it, I saw it, I saw your eyes say that you're never gonna let me, never gonna let me go. No, you're never gonna let me, never gonna let me go. You're never gonna let me, never gonna